even when it's one thing right after the other. The nerve of these. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could see in the shade. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like I'm writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. To you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before. Whoa, you know the motherfucker. Alright, they go to click 911. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself. Now cause they miss you, try to diss you. That's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Black Knights of Orlando taking on the Minnesota Vikings. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love going to throw right away. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Parker. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a run. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. Byrne working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2nd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Caught by Allen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41.
That's a gain of 3.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Love looking to throw it. He finds Parker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
2-yard gain.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Tucker Kraft, 56 yards. And the Black Knights take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Lining up for the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21. Vikings 7. Will Riker to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Byrne. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Byrne. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
A loss of 12.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. He'll try and do this himself. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. To throw now, here's Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. We'll see if they get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
He may go. And all the way in for the touchdown.
To number 82.
A big play there. 73 yards. And the Black Knights have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
14. Will Weichert to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And bulldozed closing his way through. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Burn. Call it a gain of a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Burn. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like bats, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Back to throw. Burn. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Love. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Will Reichard to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Byrne. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Byrne. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Looking to throw. Byrne. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
115 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Parker. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Black Knights are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 21. Will Riker to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his target, Allen. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off and improved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all these rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Black Knights will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to get their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Will Riker to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll get it inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
First down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Second and 1. Now a run here off the RPO. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Parker. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Wow, 185 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Parker. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. this on 1st and goal. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Black Knights are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Line up for a 2-point conversion.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players. And when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Black Knights up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Point after right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun on 3rd down. Burn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. Operating from the gun. Burn. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
A 9-yard loss.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Orlando, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.